Sometimes in our projects we become very much unable to find out, like, the decision which is required at a certain given point of time, what kind of decision we should take, or what kind of approach we should adopt. So these kind of complications are very natural for project leaders, and in order to help the project leaders, there is a very good tool in project management which is called as QNAV in. If you see the dictionary, or if you see the project management terminology, it is spelled out as Cynefin, that is Cynefin. If you go as the English pronunciation, it becomes Cynefin, but it's a Welsh language, and you have to pronounce it as QNAV in. So this is a very very good tool for leadership styles. Friends, this tool was developed by one person who was belonging from UK, David J. Snowden. He developed this methodology in 90s, late 90s, while he was working with IBM. And during his work with IBM, he was supposed to do some employee surveys, and to create some knowledge management, for the company. So during that tenure, he developed this QNAV in framework. Now, basically, this QNAV in framework says that leadership styles can be of 5 different types. That means, as a project leader, you can divide this into 5 different styles. And those 5 styles are simple, complicated, complex, chaotic, and then finally the disorder. So if you want to remember this framework in a very easy way, I can give you a very good tip. You can call it as a super cool Coca-Cola drink. So SCCCD. Trust me, this is a very very powerful mechanism for project managers to come to the decisions, final decisions. Now let us go into these details of these 5 stages of the QNAV in framework. The first is simple. Imagine that you are at home and you see that your mobile phone is discharged. So what you do is that you go and put your phone into the charging, right? So what the situation is, it's a situation which is known to you, and the solution is also known to you. So this is how you address your issues as a leader in projects. These are the standard operating procedures which we do, the regular works which we do, the bill signings, the document signatures which we do, they are all regular works we know, and we know how to do that. The second situation comes, which we call as the complicated. Now, in complicated, in order to understand it very easily, you understand a situation like you are going somewhere with your car and suddenly your car is broke down. Now, the situation is, there is a problem in the engine, the car is not, working, or it's not running, but then the problem you cannot address it because you have to have a expert service in place. So you have an option that you have to take this car to the mechanic shop, or you have to call the mechanic. So this is a situation for a leader wherein the problem is known, but then the leader has to take some experts advice to get it fixed. This is the complicated one. The third stage of this framework is called the complex. Now in complex situation, how it happens is, imagine your son is coming to you and asking you, Papa, which career should I choose? Now this is a situation wherein you can't give him the reply upfront that you should go and become a doctor or an engineer or an army officer, because this situation is unknown to you. So this is called unknown. So the input is unknown, the output is unknown. So what you will do, you will go and do some research for your son's career, and then you will come back and you will give him the advice whether he should become a doctor or an engineer. So this is a situation wherein the leader has to do little bit of analysis, little bit of study, and then he can come to the conclusion. The fourth is a situation which is called the chaotic. Now imagine that you are sleeping at your home and midnight you are getting some smell of smoke, and you realize that there is a smoke coming out from your kitchen. Now what you do? Definitely you will not think what to do. You will rush to your kitchen and you will grab your fire extinguisher and you will start putting down the flames or the smoke, right? So this is a situation wherein you have to act immediately. The leader of the project has to act immediately, first to bring the situation under control, and then you have to sit down to analyze the situation, why it happened, root cause analysis, and everything has to be done. So this is a situation wherein you have to act first and you have to assess later. Final stage of this QNAV in framework is the most important stage, because this is what we need in most of our projects. and that's called the disorder phase. In the disorder phase, the example can be given as, imagine your project manager or your in charge or your boss visited your project today and he told you, my dear friend, your project is in a mess. That's it. Why it's in a mess? It's not told to him, told to you. What do? You will try to find out why did he say so? What is wrong in my project? Whether the housekeeping was not good, whether the invoicing was not good, whether the client was not happy, whether the staffs were not happy, whether the progress was not good, whether the quality was not good. So what you do, you will create different stages wherein you will assess the situation in the simple framework, in the complicated framework, in the complex framework, and in the chaotic framework. So once you divide them into different frameworks, you will start solving them one by one. So this is how the leader will respond in the disorder situation. So this is the overall explanation of the QNAV in framework, and I think it's a very good framework for all you leaders out there, because using this QNAV in framework, or Cynefin in English if you exactly pronounce the word, but it is actually QNAV in. So this is a very good framework for all you leaders to control your projects. So let's use it and let's make our projects better and better day by day.